States.
What's good, YouTube? Glassbox Aquarius here, coming at you with an update on the fish room. And even though there's not a lot of fish right now, I'm finally tearing out most of these tanks because, like I've said in the past in previous videos, I'm just not super happy with the way some of this was set up. Originally thought more tanks would be better, but it's really not. I'd rather have a few nicely scaped tanks, put some actual effort into this 150 to get set up. So let's check it out. Again, this whole rack system is going to get taken down, and hopefully I think the 40 gallon there and the 40 gallon over there are going to come on it, and maybe one more. I'm not 100% sure, but in here we still have a bunch of grow out hyphen variatus along with some blue dream shrimp. And unless I feed them, you probably won't see any of the shrimp with the black background. Couple up top hanging off the intake. This tank is almost completely empty except for a couple cherry shrimp that are growing out as well. Fish are gone from there. There are a couple plecos in here that no one will ever see. I don't even see them. This 15 completely empty. The adult hyphen variatus right below, completely empty. And in here I have a couple electric blue Acara. There's a few of them down in there. They will not come out, they hide. He's hiding as well because the biggest one bullies everyone. Because, well, obviously a 15 gallon tank for 4 even little grow outs is not enough. I probably could throw some more plants in here to kind of thicken this up a little bit more, but again, not really scaped. I mean, it's clean, they're healthy. You know, got some Anubias growing out on lava rocks that eventually I'll sell to my local fish store. And down below here, the 40 gallon grow out with almost no one growing out in it because everybody is out in the summer tub as well. Got one multi there, and a couple green lantern platies, and a whole bunch of shrimp that's hanging out. Everybody else has been moved out to the tub already. The 150 gallon is exactly how it's been. Tank is set up. I have not done the plumbing. FX6 is still sitting in the box. Quarantine tank is empty because I don't plan on getting anybody new. And the 40 gallon sump is set up, still ready to go. Sticker still on the glass for some of the people that hate that I still have stickers on the tanks. It's all good, no worries. This tank, even though I scaped it and was super happy with the original scape, I've had to change this out. You can see completely covered in all kinds of algae. But again, everybody that's in here is happy. Pufferfish, the goby, the mud skipper as well, and the Florida flagfish is in here as well. And even though the scape is totally torn down to its bare minimum, I still can almost never find anyone in the tank. The reason this got torn down to this level is when the rocks came all the way up to here and even past it, looked really cool. Problem was mud skipper climbed all the way up the top, and one day I came home and found him walking along the floor. So gotta get a lid and change out that. All three of these tanks, water is off and just chilling, and everything is torn apart and completely empty. There is no more cycle going on through these. Probably within a day or so, these are going to be completely empty and off the rack system. The FX6 is still hooked up to the plumbing, but I'm just running it right onto the 90 gallon, and as you can see, extension cords getting moved around and prepared for an easier to move. Everybody in this tank is doing just fine, but again, like, not happy with this setup. Like, everybody's in there, they're alive, they're healthy, but it's not scaped. It's just looks like I've dumped, you know, driftwood in there and just threw some stuff in there, and you know, the fish don't care what it looks like. You know, they got their hiding places, and that's all that matters. But I mean, aesthetically, it's garbage. I'm not trying to say I'm gonna escape this for YouTube or anything like that. Like, no, like, I don't like having garbage tanks, like, and that's what this is right now. I do have all kinds of duckweed and some other floating plants in here that are doing amazing, but otherwise, not really happy with this tank either. The room is completely empty. I know I never show this side of the room, but normally there's gym equipment and some other storage stuff over here, and all gone. This is an old TV stand that I had, and what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 90 gallon on there, get rid of that whole metal rack system, and have the 90 gallon as a standalone. And again, this rack, I think I'm just gonna end up doing either 2 40 breeders, maybe a third. I'm not too sure. I gotta see what the height ends up looking like, if I'm gonna hit that pipe or not. Unless I swing things around onto this wall. But yeah, that's about it. I'm just real happy I finally got this space completely empty of all my personal junk pretty much. And I can honestly now start tear down these tanks and then put them back up one by one and then really enjoy them. What might end up happening though, once there are 40 gallons on here, I think I'm gonna end up using Aquaclear 110s on them, which means to keep that FX6 cycled, I will be putting it outside on the summer tub for a while to keep everybody alive, because that tub right now probably has close to like 200 fish. All my breeding groups of plecos, all the bristlenose, albino, standards, and the lemon blue eye are all in the same tote together. This way I could empty out some of these tanks. All their babies are in there as well, so running an FX6 on it will be pretty cool. Don't know if I'm gonna be if that makes me the first person running an FX6 on an outdoor summer tub, but I'm pretty excited about that, having that outside for a little while. But I think any of these tanks that get set up inside are gonna have Aquaclear 110s on them. Obviously the 150 will still keep the FX6, and the 90, even though those big fish eventually will go into the 150, and I don't know what I'm gonna do in the 90 when I finally cross that road, but I will leave the FX6 on there as well. I also don't know what I'm gonna end up doing with all these tanks. They may end up in the shed that I just built, put them outside for storage for now, even though I really wouldn't want to leave them out there during the winter. But I am going to end up with, I don't know, plus the few I already have, maybe 10 extra plum tanks that I don't see me using in the foreseeable future. So these might end up on Craigslist. My local club isn't open yet. They're still worried about COVID-19 stuff, because majority of my members at the club in Boston at the New England Aquarium Society is all older, like 65 and older, not many young people, so they're really nervous about having the club in person, so they're doing all kinds of like virtual auctions and virtual meetings. But that doesn't mean like, you know, hey, I can't go there, bring fish, I can't go there and, you know, sell these tanks or even just give them away to somebody to make someone else happy. So I think I might store them for a little bit. Maybe I'll see if my local fish store would want them, or do, you know, have him give them away to somebody that might want to set up their own fish room with a bunch of nano tanks. I don't know. Unless I decide to put betas or betas, however you want to say it, in these, or do some just shrimp tanks with them, I really don't see much of a use. And like I said, these big black racks like that one that the 90 gallons on, it just doesn't work for me. Aesthetically, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I'm at the hardware store, so not working. Guys, like, share, subscribe. If you got any ideas on what I should be doing down here, recommendations. Like I said, it's not a big space. You know, the 150 is a 6-foot tank. That's a 6-foot rack. That's 3 feet wide with a little gap for the FX6. That's all I really want to work with. I don't think I really want to wrap around here again. And I still need space for the dehumidifier. And then you can see I have all my sub panels and heaters here. So if you got any ideas, please let me know. I still need to take in consideration, if come winter time, am I gonna take the summer tub and bring it inside and keep it going? I don't know. So let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate it all. Thanks, guys.